Hey everybody, I'm your host, Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your paws up if you're rocking with the Big Cat. Today we're going to have a live interview with Councilman Guffey from South Carolina, Rock Hill. Uh, Again, this will take place at 3 o'clock here. He may be running a little late. He's doing news press conference, briefing, all the other good stuff with some other outlets, but he assured me that he will be here. So sit back, chill, get you something to eat, get you something to drink here. As soon as he comes on, we'll get to it, all right? In the meanwhile, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, all right? And we'll be right with you. Hello, we got Councilman Guffey on the line.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, how are you, man? Thank you for joining Keep Pounding TV today, man. It's an honor and a privilege to speak with you today.
I appreciate it. I seen your YouTube and breaking down my statement, which was extremely long because I was trying to be precise, but not. I didn't want to seem like I was attacking by any means.
Yeah, it was very moving reading over it. So before we get started here, can you tell the audience out there, the listening audience, a little bit about who you are and how you got started and what role you play in the councilman office?
Yeah. So I am born and raised in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I own multiple small businesses. In 2020, I decided to run for York County Council and got elected. And so I'm in my second year on council right now. So I wasn't a part of the council whenever this deal first started up. I apologize for the noise. If you'll give me 1 second, I'll get inside where it's not as bad. I don't know if you're recording right now or not, but
Yeah, we're live on the air. It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all good. We're working class people over here. Blue collar.
Yeah. That's my mantra. I mean, I own a landscape supply store, and our slogans "Get Dirty" because I believe that it's something to live by for sure.
Well, let's get to the meat.
Yeah. Sort of like the keep pounding mantra that the Carolina Panthers stand on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this thing here. What exactly is the issue with this practice facility?
Well, I mean, you had the Panthers stating that they were done wrong by the city of Rock Hill. You have the city of Rock Hill stating that they've done everything right. And instead of arguing about who's right and who's wrong, we had the city and the county and people from the Panthers all get together to try and come up with a solution. We thought there was a solution, so we issued a resolution very quickly because we knew that timing was important to ensure those workers were not pulled off the site. We suspended the rules and passed a resolution. The city did so the following week, and ever since then, we have just not heard anything.
Wow.
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 And I was just informed. I got a message. 1 second, I'll bring it up. So someone sent me a Twitter link. That's from Joe Person on Twitter. It says Panthers have begun cutting ties and breaking house leases with contractors and subs who are working on the Rock Hill project per sources.
Wow.
Team halted construction on the $800 million project in early March after the city of Rock Hill failed to issue bonds for $225 million of taxpayer funding. And then it says multiple media outlets reported in March that the Panthers would continue to pay all workers on the site and extend their wages a week from the time the project was halted. Asked Friday if those workers had been paid, a Tepper Sports and Entertainment spokesperson declined comment.
Oh my God!
Right. Hey, Councilman. My name is Twan Dunn. My question for you is: how far along was the project at the time that it was halted?
I mean, the structure's built. The walls are not there. They were. I guess I would say maybe 50% or more.
Wow!
That they were spending a lot more money than they ever anticipated. We are called Rock Hill for a reason, and I think they found that out whenever they started having to dig out there.
Okay.
So, the costs went up, and then you had COVID, which caused inflation. And, and in my mind, I thought that the Panthers were all in, so to say, because they were eating those costs. You know, they weren't coming back and saying, "Hey, we need a better deal." They were absorbing those costs. You know, the Teppers have invested in things in the community. The Panthers organization has bought other real estate within the community, and I thought that they were really standing behind the mantra of one team, two states.
Mm.
So I'm going to ask you a slightly difficult question. So, in your opinion, in your mind, why do you think that this abrupt stop is happening? If it's more than one reason, then please expound on that.
Well, I mean, and I can't speak for as to why anything happened.
Just on the Rock Hill side, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I try to look at it as, you know, whenever Tepper bought the Panthers, I was extremely happy because he's a blue collar guy that knows what a hard day's work is all about. And he's someone to look up to. You know, he started from the bottom and how far up he is. And, you know, that's admirable. And I always thought that he had that mindset. But I feel like that with this deal, and like I said, I'm not here to state whether the city's right or the Panthers are right. I could really care less on who was right or wrong in the previous deal. Bottom line is I think that we have a solution that we thought the Panthers were wanting to hear before us. And once we pushed it through and nothing's there.
So Councilman, I got a question for you. What was the project ultimately going to end up being? What was the ultimate goal of this project? What was it supposed to be besides a practice facility for the Carolina Panthers?
Well, you had the headquarters for the Panthers, of course.
Right.
That's where all the personnel would be located at. And then you had the practice facility. And then there was going to be multiple uses for businesses. I believe there was apartments and other retail locations. Essentially, it was going to be a massive village. I know they were talking about bringing in some of the best ortho surgeons from around and having top notch or athletes to fly in from all over the country whenever they needed things done.
Okay, Councilman. Well, now, with that being said, did COVID, did the pandemic play any part in this? Because what you're saying to me, I can see a village, a thriving village in my eyes, but I'm thinking now that COVID could have put a halt to a lot of those, you know, future projects or those projects that were supposed to be there.
Well, I mean, if that was the case, then I would imagine it would have stopped during COVID. I mean, it appears COVID is all but gone now. So why the stoppage now? I don't believe that. I'm sure costs have went up during COVID, but there's no reason to stop the project.
That's a good point.
Yeah, especially like you say, Councilman, you felt like the Teppers was steaming through the project. You felt like, yeah. I mean, 50% done, Big Cat. This is crazy, bro. Yeah. Strange.
Now, Councilman,
I mean, I knew the Panthers they're getting tax credits from the state of South Carolina. So you had the federal government get involved with the interchange coming off of I-77.
Federal government
get involved. I mean, you had everyone involved on this deal, and this interchange going into, let's say, the Panther Village, so to say, with all of this building. And it's causing a tremendous impact within the Rock Hill, York County area. Home prices have shot through the roof. You know, I would even say South Charlotte, Chester County, all of these areas are booming because of the economic impact. So it's different whenever, if it was never coming here, you know, it's not as detrimental, but to have something that so many of, especially the small businesses, have made investments into the community based on all of this growth. And then for it to halt, I mean, you're talking about a massive wave of destitute.
Councilman, let me ask him a question. Yes. Councilman, you said there was a lot of, but there are some reports, you know, I'd like for you to get it clear that Rock Hill and their portion of the deal.
Well, I believe that, Rock Hill's got attorneys, the Panthers have attorneys, and the only real way to find that out is to have a judge make that decision. And I believe if we get to that point, the only people losing will be the citizens.
Exactly, Councilman. And that leads me to my next question. Like Big Cat like to say, stay right there. Stay right there, Council.
All right.
Councilman, how do you foresee the city of Rock Hill bouncing back from this? Because if I'm living in Rock Hill and near the halt, you see the haltage, I'm realizing this finna be rough.
Well, I mean, Rock Hill's the fourth largest city in the state of South Carolina. Rock Hill's not going anywhere. I know we get overlooked. We are not a suburb of the city of Charlotte. I'm born and raised in Rock Hill, always taking pride in Rock Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So the citizens of Rock Hill will be okay. I'm not as concerned about that. I'm concerned about the economic impact or the economic backlash, the small businesses and the workers, because whenever you talk about workers, you're not just, let me rephrase that. Whenever this deal was being passed prior to me being on council, all the council members that were for it would talk about all these six-figure jobs that were coming in there. And, we're going to have the best doctors and all these white-collar jobs. And I'm sitting here being in the landscape supply business saying, wow, imagine this is going to be building for 10 years. Was the plan. 10 years worth of building. Imagine
10 years.
Trucks. Yeah, imagine all the dump truck drivers. Well, those dump trucks are getting pieces from quarries. Imagine all the quarry drivers. Imagine all the equipment that's at both that's getting leased out, that's being made here in South Carolina or being made right there in Charlotte. And I mean, even the gravel and stuff that's going out there, a lot of that's coming from Charlotte. So Charlotte is seeing the benefits of that as well. Right. The electricians, the heating and air.
God, Big Cat, you know what I want to tell him so bad, but I can't.
No, be respectful. Now look,
I can't tell him.
Now, Mr. Councilman,
if this was another time, I would tell you to keep talking. Go ahead, brother. Talk that talk.
Now, Councilman,
talk that talk, brother.
I got a question for you here. In your statement you made, you said, and I quote, "The Panthers organization is not what I thought it was." Close quote. Could you elaborate on that? And do you feel like David Tepper deceived the city of Rock Hill, or what do you mean by this?
No, I really don't. I mean, I really believe that the Panthers were all in, and that's why it's baffling to me to not have any response. The amount of investment, I believe that not only did they buy in with the practice facility, but they put their money where their mouth was. They put money into the Teppers themselves, donated money to Miracle Park, which is for special needs kids down here. It's one of a kind. They have purchased a golf course. They put so much back into the community. I really felt like everything was here. And I'm not sure what happened. Maybe COVID, maybe the reason I say he's not the man that I thought, well, I don't want to say not the man, the Panthers team or organization is not what I thought that they were, is because I've always looked at it as, like y'all said, whenever I first come on, that keep pounding, that mantra, that blue collar, like I think that's what the similarities of Rock Hill and say Pittsburgh. I think the mentality is a lot alike between the two cities.
I like the way you did that, Councilman. But all due respect, when you say the Panthers, David Tepper owns the Panthers.
Yes.
And the Panthers go as David Tepper goes. So it really does come right back to him.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've never sat down and met with the man. So
right.
I'm a business owner, but I have people, I'm not the best accountant, so I have accountants that tell me those decisions to make. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure where there is a disconnect. However, I just want them to come to the table and let's at least talk about it.
Now, with that being said, what do you mean by you want to explore other financial alternative? What exactly does that mean, and what do you feel like is the best alternative?
So the first deal, and granted, like I said, I was not involved in it, but the first deal was essentially the city of Rock Hill would give up 100% of their tax revenue. So the city would not get any tax revenue. The schools and the counties would get a discounted tax revenue. And the city was going to, based on once the building is built, you take a bond out on that building and you build the roads and you build the water and the infrastructure. That's where 225 million come from. It wasn't as if they were giving the Panthers themselves $225 million. And the building, now keep in mind, like I said, the building is not built. That's the reason I say, I don't want to say the city's wrong. I don't want to say the Panthers are wrong, but there's obviously a disconnect between the two. Because my understanding of the bond is that it is based on the building being built, and that's not done. So how can they issue the bonds?
Councilman, I will ask this question though. My constituents on here know that I'm a man of the people. So when it comes to the Carolina and the city of Rock Hill, I can't help but think of the people that live in Rock Hill who don't have anything to do with this deal. Like, how could they be affected, and how taxes are pushed around, or if their rent goes up because of this facility? How will this affect the people that don't even like football?
Well, I mean, growing pains are better than dying pains.
Right.
I'll take the growing pains of the skyrocketing rent any day over what cities like Detroit are dealing with, and not having the tax revenue to come in and fix problems. So as you grow, what we want is smart growth. We just don't want it to overtake everything. And I've heard lots of complaints. I mean, myself, I was looking at land that I'd had appraised a year and a half ago that was worth $800,000 is now worth $1.8 million. And that's all due to the Panthers coming in. So of course that does cause some gentrification, which
so it's going to hurt. So it's going to drive people out of their homes, right?
But they don't have to leave. I mean, if you're only talking about the tax value, I'll use this as an example. My father-in-law, he was complaining to me about his taxes going up. I said, well, your house doubled in value. Yeah, but my taxes went up.
Councilman.
But when it
Councilman.
Go ahead.
Twan, he just said they don't have to leave. That's what he said. But Councilman, what if they can't afford to stay there? Right. They're gonna have to leave. Yeah, regardless, they gotta pack up and go.
When it comes to gentrification, that means that things suddenly become unaffordable for people who've been living there probably their whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I was raised by a single mom. Had me at 16. I grew up in government housing.
And that's why I'm asking you, because you were born and raised there. You were born and raised there. How do you feel about the people that may have to take that hit?
Well, I mean, as a business owner, I believe if you want to have affordable housing, the best thing you can do is get government out of telling people what they can and can't build.
Exactly.
Because the more restrictions I'm telling you what you can and can't build, you can't put up a single wide trailer right here that you could rent out for $400 a month, as opposed to just letting the capitalism work its magic of somebody saying, hey, I don't like this trailer here, I'm going to give you more money and move it out. Then we wouldn't have a problem with affordable housing. The more the government tries to get involved, the worse things get. Government's never the solution. It's always the problem.
So that's why I don't understand why David Tepper, no government involved, why he just won't pay for the facility himself.
Now, Councilman,
well,
I know
that's not fair. I'll say that's not fair because in the state of South Carolina, we passed we passed Act 388, which was essentially the way it was passed was, hey, we're going to lower all of your taxes for homeowners across the country, which it did lower, or not across the country, across the state, but it lowered the tax bill for the homeowner, but it put the bill for all the schools on businesses. So we have some of the highest tax rates for businesses. Well, we're competing with Gaston County, Union County, Mecklenburg County, Chester County. We're competing with all these counties, but because of our state law, those taxes are automatically so high. So what do? They give you what they call a fee in lieu of taxes. And the fee in lieu of taxes lowers the impact that you have to pay. Well, who's really getting the raw end of the deal there? Because
you know what, Councilman, I tell you, I hate Twan. I hate it when we get to talking about homeowners and getting tax breaks, because in the city of Rock Hill, Councilman, I'm sure, but I mean, I'm just guessing here, but I'm quite sure the ratio of people living in Rock Hill don't own the property they live in. So the property, the percentage of homeowners versus those who are paying rent or this, that, and the third. See, so the tax breaks are basically for a very small percentage in Rock Hill. If we're talking the homeowners getting tax breaks, I hate talking the tax breaks for homeowners because in each city, each state, the ratio for those who don't own homes is well higher than those that do. You feel me?
Right,
That's a great
right,
point.
and that was passed years ago.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it has nothing to
I'm
do with you, Councilman. This is a nation problem, a
right.
American problem. You know what I mean?
Well, this is government. I mean,
Yes, sir.
this
Yes,
is
sir. It
that's the
is.
reason I'm getting involved, or that's the reason I have been getting involved, is because these things make me sick. It's too much bureaucracy. There's no reason I should have to hire a CPA to pay my taxes. I should be able to say what I made. Let me pay it.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, Councilman.
Look, so I mean, the more bureaucracy we put in there, the harder things are. But whenever they did that, we have to compete with these other areas. So you end up giving every business that's coming into York County, for the most part, if it's going to have an economic impact, they get a fee in lieu of taxes. So what the Panthers got was not some astronomical deal. I know the way the media spins it as being, this was the world's greatest deal. No, I mean, look at what Buffalo Bills just got in New York.
Facts.
I mean, I can't imagine the taxpayers truly paying for everything.
Facts.
And it shouldn't be on the taxpayers, even though you could sit there, if you're one of these Chamber of Commerce guys, and you could say, hey, what we're giving them in return, we're going to get back, and look at it like a business. But I don't believe government shouldn't be in business. Government's here for the people. That's it.
Yeah, that's a fact, That's a fact, Councilman.
Now, Councilman, I got a question for you. Now, you're a business owner, and I would presume you're a successful one. Do you see at any point in time when you couldn't reach a resolution with anybody you're working with or potentially working with to where you would go silent on them?
No. Only with my wife, and that's because I might get my teeth knocked out.
That's a good answer. That's a great answer here. Now, also with Joe. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But at the same time, I don't know if you guys seen Senator Clymer's comment a couple of days ago.
Yes.
He said we thought we were getting Jerry Jones. What we were seeing one of the reasons I released my statement when I did was just because with the silence, you start getting people that are getting fed up, and that resentment daily.
Yes, sir. That's how we feel, Councilman, with our owner and this football team.
Yeah.
The silence, you get a bunch of speculation. But go ahead, Councilman. I'm sorry to cut you off.
You're good. I mean, so the purpose of my letter was to basically reach out and say, hey, this is not the way things go, and I'm hoping to reach a sensible resolution quickly. And at least come and talk. If you're going to say we're done, come and say we're done. If you're going to say, hey, let's sit and talk, then let's sit and talk.
Yeah.
The bottom line is just the silence is not acceptable.
Yeah, and in my words, Councilman, I think he's acting like a spoiled kid. He's acting like a spoiled kid who hasn't got his way, and now he just wants to be quiet and take his ball and go home.
And I hear that a lot. People say, oh, he's taking his ball and going home. Yeah. But it's hard for me to think of that even as a business owner, to make those investments and to do so much for a community. And if he walks away, I mean, let's say he's got $200 million in this project right now. And in the grand scheme of things, $200 million is probably like $500 from somebody that makes $100,000 a year as far as his income. But I'm not looking at it as his income. I'm never one of these that want to say, just because you make all this, you should be able to pay for all your own stuff. I believe it should be fair across the board.
Well, Senator, in all due respect, me and the fellows, we were actually going over his numbers before you came on. And David Tepper is the 103rd richest man in the world.
Right.
And he's only $200 million in on $1 billion project. And first of all, why is the project $1 billion when Jerry Jones's Jerry World is $1 billion? And we're talking about a practice facility.
because I believe he wants to be the biggest and best in everything that he does.
So he should know that it costs money.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't believe the money is the issue.
And see, Councilman, I got to give you a little bit of keep out of TV treatment here. Now, listen. Now, Big Cat, Twan, obviously, Councilman, you don't know our owner because you say the silence and he won't come sit. He hadn't came and spoke till you sat down. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you know David Tepper like we do, he did all the talking he's gonna do. You got a email or something sending you a link to Joe Persons, right? Telling you that the Panthers, that's all David Tepper gonna tell you, my brother. You know what I mean? So with that being said, now that you know that David Tepper that the deal is off, and it ain't, I don't think he's gonna even try to appease the city of Rock Hill. How do you feel? I want to know how does Councilman feel? How do you feel, Councilman? I mean, because as Panther fans, David Tepper has lied to us on numerous occasions. You know what I mean? If you're a Panther fan too, Councilman, you know exactly the type lies he tell you. Yeah. See, us as fans, we want to put the man in his front seat, man. Put his seatbelt on him. So as a councilman, I got to know that your level of anger with the man. Yes, sir.
I mean, I would say I'm one that still holds out hope. If I had no hope, then yeah, maybe some anger's there, but I still hold out hope. And I'm hoping that things can change while the percentage is going down further and further. I'm more in the stage of let's fight. Let's try to make this happen any way we can, because it will be detrimental to our community. And that's more of the approach that I'm taking. And then you said something else. Now I've done forgot. But I mean, as far as my anger, I'm not there yet. But we might be talking next week if they come out with a statement where it's completely over and nothing's being done. Yeah, I might have a little bit more anger.
Well, like I'm saying, that you don't know David Tepper. Just wait on it.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a couple questions here, Councilman. You're a Panther fan, right?
I am.
All right. How do you feel about Sam Darnold, and what do you think we should go in the draft?
Good question.
Honestly, I think our O-line did not give anyone time to perform last year. I don't think Sam Darnold is the answer from what I'm seeing, but I don't think there's a quarterback in the draft that is the answer. There's tremendous upside with the guy from Liberty. The guy from Pittsburgh is probably the most NFL ready, but I don't know that. Do we want to draft a Jimmy Clausen that can?
Oh my God!
Don't call him Jimmy Clausen.
No, he did.
Don't call him Jimmy Clausen now.
That's my opinion.
I'm
a big draft guy, so I've always followed the draft. I think the best talent in the NFL, or the best talent in this draft, is the cornerback from LSU. Yeah.
Who is that? What's his name? Okay.
I'll take Clausen over.
Wow. No, I won't. No, sir. No, sir, Twan.
The Panthers don't need a DB, but I wouldn't say that's where they need. And every time I think I know what they need, they draft a defensive tackle. So.
Well, let me get back to what's going on in Rock Hill. With this latest statement that Joe Person put out, what exactly does that mean as far as the practice facility being finished, and what can you see for in the future? What does it mean?
Well, that type of statement is the thing that angers me. So whenever I ask the question, and I ask, have those workers been paid? If you are a team, and I say organization because the Panthers organization hired those people. It wasn't one man that hired those people. And if they are not paying their employees, then that tells me that they are not who I thought that they were. I asked the question. Those are things you've got to take care of, those employees that have done work. Under no circumstance, is it okay to not pay someone for what they have done? But I also questioned the other questions that I asked was how does this make PSL owner feel? My father-in-law has been a PSL owner ever since the team came in. He's got a brick at the stadium with his name on it.
Wow.
He works a blue-collar job, and his one thing that he spent money on was the Panthers, and he's always buying those season tickets and always making the investments. And I can tell you right now, he's pissed. So, he's just one of how many out of the York County area or out of the South Carolina area that are getting mad. How much is that going to affect things? How much are, the fans? We see people burning jerseys over stupid things on a national level. If this thing goes down, how much of that's going to happen? How much backlash is going to happen? What type of image does this put on the NFL as a whole? Because, so many people didn't want an NFL team coming here to begin with because they look at it as NFL teams, ruin cities and everything else. And they don't see that it ever pays off. But, I disagree with those people, and I see the economic impact of it. But, if something like this, that we're offering a solution, and you just ignore it and you're not coming to the table, what makes another city want to work with someone like that?
That's right.
Councilman, so when this story first broke, I was on the side. I still lean towards the city of Rock Hill in South Carolina in that the fact that, to me, it makes things a lot easier when you're winning. And the Carolina Panthers haven't been winning in some time now, right? So I can see if there was ever any resistance from Rock Hill, why they would be, hey, look, you guys aren't winning. Like, why should we put so much money into something opposed to and I think I know where you're going to go with this. But, in terms of, it just doesn't seem fair for me on the outside looking in that Rock Hill should have to put up a big, giant number for a team that's not even winning.
But they're not that's one of the misconceptions. So the money that they're putting up is building public roads, public water, public sewer. It's building that infrastructure.
Okay.
So that money is being put into things that can be used by the public. Now, I will tell you, what pisses me off about the city of Rock Hill is that we are Football City USA. Just on my high school football team, I had Ben Watson as a tight end. Derek Ross was my quarterback.
Come on, Councilman.
I embrace that term with how many pro football players that we have come out of here. And whenever USA Today wrote that article and called us Football City USA, I think it's dead on. And we take pride in football, but the city of Rock Hill doesn't put things up to say Football City USA. But they're happy to promote disc golf. They're happy to promote cornhole. They're happy to promote all these eclectic sports. And to me, football is what we're proud of.
Not the
where I grew
cornhole.
up, you come out after school, and you were doing sprints, back tucks, or playing football. Like, that was all that was.
So, as councilman right now, while you sit in seat, do you hope to kind of push more of the football? More football in the city of Rock Hill, more the promotion of football and of that, or is it just going to remain how it is, the cornhole and
Well, I don't know that the city is going to change. I feel like youth sports as a whole has been ruined by travel teams because, I grew up when we didn't have, I got one pair of shoes a year. And I knew I was going to be playing sports, so I bought those little tight turf sleeves. That way I could wear them as tennis shoes, but I could also use them to play football in.
Right.
You had hand-me-down helmets and pads. Now, I got a kid that wanted to play baseball, and they change out cleats. And every year you got to buy this specific cleat, and it's $150, $160 pair of cleats.
Yes, sir.
You lost your mind. Like you've ruined sports. You've turned. If you're going to play football, they want you there year round. You can't play all sports and just become a great athlete and enjoy sports. They're making it a business too young, and they're making it where the kids that don't have the money can't really compete in the same level.
I was gonna say that, Councilman, and they're building every year they're building more and more of these clinics where they're saying if you want your kid to be the best player and whatever, you know what I'm saying, that they bring to these different cities now. And they were showing, I saw this on Real Sports on HBO, and they were showing how when they leave, you know, like they build all these different properties in different states. And then when they leave the cities and states with those properties to go somewhere else that makes more money. And like these families can't afford to send their kids to these places because these prices are outrageous, and they make them pay for the cleats, the jerseys, all different types of things, and everybody can't afford that and do all the traveling that these things that they want them to do.
That's
Well,
why.
I mean, what makes it great down here, I mean, you've got a new city councilman in Perry Sutton. You know, Bump Roddy, who's on county council with me, he was my ninth grade football coach at Northwestern. Perry Sutton has probably coached more pro players in Pee Wee than anyone else, I would argue. I know he coached Clowning, and I know he coached Gilmore, and I know he coached Hope. You know, I mean, there's a long Jonathan Joseph, Coach Simpson. You know, he's coached all those guys on a Pee Wee level. And it's those guys giving back to the community. You know, I coached soccer, even though I didn't play soccer. That's what my kids wanted to play, but I took a football mentality to it. We didn't touch a soccer ball during soccer practice. We ran suicides. I was going to make sure you were going to be in shape. You were going to learn mental toughness, and that's the way we approached it.
So it is.
Well, we got a few more minutes with your councilman. Then I'm gonna let you go here. One of the questions I want to ask you is: a lot of people, when this message was put out by you, said it was for political gain or political aspect. What do you have to say to that notion?
I had another councilman call me, and you know, he said I needed to write one of the news channels an in-kind contribution to my state house campaign because of the media coverage. And I was like, yeah, that 1,000%. I can say it was not for a political reason, but you know, it would be hard to sit here and say that it has not helped get the name out. But then again, it's not like I'm talking to people within my district,
Right.
so it's not
Yes,
increasing
sir.
voters. But I can tell you, like I said, whenever Senator Clymer issued his statement, well, I'll go back to the night that the city of Rock Hill passed their resolution. I thought we're going to sit and wait. And during that time period, I'm thinking, like, what are we going to do if we don't get a response? What's like worst case scenario? If we don't hear anything, what are we going to do? And I'm sitting here playing through my head. I'm like, okay, well, you know, is someone going to call them out? And of course, you know, Councilman Roddy has been pretty much the spokesperson for the Panthers on our side. And then you've got the city of Rock Hill. Well, the city's been quiet. Everyone's just been quiet. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here working in my construction industry and seeing all these people going without jobs. And, you know, it makes no sense. So I was getting a little angry and a little
Yes, sir.
broken. And, you know, I wasn't going to release my statement until next week because I was going to give a little bit more time. But whenever Senator Clymer, well, I mean, whenever Senator Clymer issued his statement, I felt like it was honest, it was direct, but I felt like it was a little too direct towards Tepper. And this is not just a Tepper problem. And I know you guys might disagree with me on that, but I believe that this is the organization as a whole. As a business owner, you know, my employees don't always make the same decisions, and I'm not saying that. But bottom line is it's a team that we had the agreement with, not just one person.
Right.
And all we're asking is that team to come together and let's all be one team. Let's truly show that this is what good can happen whenever the municipalities and a team can work together, and we can truly show that we are one team, two stakes.
Well, let me ask you, this is my final question before I let the fellas get theirs off. My final question to you is, ultimately, do you see the practice facility being in Rock Hill when it's all said and done?
Like I said, I believe that percentage just goes down each day, but I really hold out hope that it still will be. But, you know, I don't want it to. I don't want an interchange going to nothing because if the facility's not built, roads aren't going to be built. So you're going to have an interchange that just goes to a dirt patch, and then you got to turn around and get back off.
Wow. Fellas, you got any more questions for Councilman Guffey?
I will say with in regards to Senator Clymer there, which I tend to agree with, Councilman. The guys here know that I wasn't a huge fan of David Tepper when he came, just from the early signs that he showed. So, I read the article when they said he compared him to Daniel Snyder. Now, I don't know a whole lot of, from what I know about Daniel Snyder, he's not there yet, but he must be talking about his business practices, though. But, just from us talking Keep Pounding TV all the time when we're on the show, we talk about more than just footballs. We talk about the politics around it and well, which makes us probably the number one show in the Carolina Panthers. Speaking about, the Panthers out there, not to be cocky, but it is what it is. But I do tend to stand with him in the way that David Tepper moves, the silence when he does the silence, he doesn't really come across as an owner. And people have disagreed with me as an owner who it just seems like he's just about him. It's not about the fans. It's not about what the fans want, what's going to make us happy. It's about what's going to make him happy. That typical billionaire attitude, and it's just, it doesn't seem fair to me. I don't think he's at Snyder yet, because Snyder had a whole lot of other things going on outside of football. But I do tend to agree with him on the cusp of what he was saying.
Yeah, and I'm the side that I tend to see just the opposite. I can understand why you see that.
Right.
What I am hoping is that my attitude does not change to view him the same way that yours is of him. The way from what I've seen him giving back to the community, and the things that he's done to me is, up until this point, it's been admirable as far as for the Rock Hill community. Now, what goes on in Charlotte, I'll be honest with you, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to anything that's north of the Catawba River if I don't have to. So I focus more on what's going on in Rock Hill and in my community.
So we're going to have to get the councilman back on in about a month and do a revisit.
I used to, actually, if you want to look up something, I did a podcast before I got on council. And while the Panther deal was being done, we had Councilman Bump Roddy on talking about the Panther deal while it was being worked. And I want to believe it's on, I'm trying to think of the name of the podcast, because I had to stop doing it once I got elected. I was scared I was going to say something that would get myself in trouble. But it's on Anchor is what we posted it on. But yeah, I mean, those are up there. And if you want to reach out at any time afterwards, I'll be happy to send it to you. But that way you can kind of hear the opinions from even back then.
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
I believe I've changed it all.
Well, Councilman, I mean, you're a stand-up guy, brother. I tell you that, because you come back, you come to this platform to talk about the statement you put out. You don't get that from many councilmen. You know what I mean? You stand-up guy, man, and I rock with everything you said.
I appreciate it. I was saying I'm only like that because I haven't been burned by the media like so many of the other ones still like they have.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope he wasn't too tough on you.
Well, the councilman.
It's like sitting around just having a conversation. That's
what
exactly.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. You should call up on a Friday night or a Saturday night,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's whenever I get myself in trouble.
Don't do that.
Now, see, Councilman, we just give you a nickname. We give you a nickname. No, nobody know who you are, Councilman. You say what you want. You speak freely.
No.
Well, Councilman, we appreciate your time and we thank you, man. And you and Wes Clymer got to swing by here. I treat you to a beer. We need to get some of that good old Carolina barbecue and a sandwich. You know what I mean? Some pickles on that.
All right. You talking about North Carolina or South Carolina barbecue?
South Carolina the best.
Hey, Big Cat, there you go.
There you go.
Hey, Councilman, for the record, I've told these guys all the time, because I'm from New York. The South Carolina mustard-based barbecue is the best in the world.
Yes, it is.
You crazy, brother.
Yes, it is.
North Carolina.
It's the best.
Well, I appreciate your time. Any words, final thoughts before we let you go?
No, man, I appreciate you guys having me on, and keep pounding.
Keep pounding.
Hey, one love, Councilman.
One love until next time.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
You too, brother.
Bye-bye.
Man, good job by all the co-hosts, man. Look, you guys Good job. Not too
Hey,
negative.
Big Cat. Hey, Big Cat. Big Cat. Now that he's off, fuck that. He just gave us a lot of steak to eat, baby.
Yeah.
We got a lot of steak to eat now.
Shout out to the councilman, man. It was a pleasure, an honor for you to be on here and to give us so much to have an insight on, man. Wow.
That was icy.
Hope
That
you
was
guys.
nice.
Yeah. Answered a lot for us, though, Big Cat. I mean, because, hey.
Hey, I was over here and look, I can see Unc in his black suit and you know, in his nerd glasses, you know, with the mic asking questions.
Honestly, I'm sitting back on my bed, feet up, with a fat one rolled up. Yeah.
I know. That's the vision that you did want to.
Honestly.
Call that nigga Unky Cochran. Shout out to Unky Cochran on the line.
Hey, look, Big Cat, I was trying to get that anger out of him because I know as a man, as a councilman, as a fucking Rock Hill citizen, he got to be pissed off, man.
Yeah, man.
I know as a councilman, he got a Chris Rock.
Yeah.
He got to be Chris Rock. You know what I mean? I take that shit on the chin, but I know he got to be pissed off.
Well, you know, he can't come out. He's still a public figure. You know, he can't come out.
Yeah, it's a fact, but he's human.
Yeah.
He's human. Right? If you remember what he said he's sitting around or doing this construction work, and he can see all the motherfuckers that wasn't working no more. This shit pissed him off.
Yeah.
Kind of hurt him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't want to touch it, but that's gonna run people.
About all the motherfuckers who banked on that work, Big Cat, who was planning the summer vacations, nigga, baby birthdays next month type shit. You know, you got to think about that.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. He, you know, when he was talking about, you know, running people, you know, with that facility, running people out their homes, you know, he brought up gentrification. You know, he tried to get into that conversation and get out of it, but the fact was, and me and Uncle was leaning on that.
Yeah. We couldn't give him the treatment. Yeah. I didn't want to get into that because we could have, you know, really, you know, he got to understand he fucking with a couple politicians from the hood right here too. You know what I mean?
That's why I told him, I like. So you said you're from Rock Hill and you was born and raised.
Yeah, you
like it if somebody ran your people up out
but see, Twan, he in a different tax bracket in Rock Hill now. He business owner, so like he say,
David Tepper, the ball's in your court now. I would love to sit down with any of you or maybe even an assistant. If you have an assistant you want to come, you know, email me at therealbigcat, TheRealBigKatt, or email me at panthersnews247@gmail.com. I would like to get your side as well, brother. Want to make sure we get everybody's side, be fair.
Twan, you know how many motherfuckers, you know, it's so many people.
That, bro.
Hey, I had to throw because I ain't let that shit slide, man.
What do you mean? See, you totally like, hold up. You talking about homeowners? What about everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, because you look at the percentage of the move. Twan, man, look, boy, if you do your research on anybody, do your research on how many homeowners in your city versus those that's not, and you will realize exactly the demographics in your city and state and how and what's what. You will realize where money's going and where it ain't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I mean, that's not. I mean, this is not the platform to get into it with him on that. We talking football.
It's the platform.
It's the platform, but it wasn't.
Y'all, today's interview was about bringing clarity to a cloudy situation. All right, it was not about trying to pick a scab or trying to start something. It was about bringing clarity to a cloudy situation. And today, I think we got a little bit of a gist on what has been going on. One thing I did like about the councilman, he did say it was never about David Tepper being a bad guy. It was more so about, you know, being left out in the cold when it came to being a silent treatment. As you heard him say out of his own mouth, David Tepper spent money out of his hard-earned pocket, you know, to build a miracle park for special needs individuals. He does genuinely believe that David Tepper cares about the Carolinas. So it just kind of threw him for a loop when everything went silent. So ultimately, we're trying to see where to get things back on track, but it doesn't look promising after the reports by Joe Persons and the fact that the Panthers Tepper Sport and Entertainment are cutting contractors' lease. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out here. But again, man, we just wanted clarity because at the end of the day, it's not about South Carolina. It's not about David Tepper. It's about the people. The people make the world go round. The people matter. And the moment you forget that, you're in a bad position.
They got to front that money, man. It's just about the people.
Yeah, Councilman also said he's not mad yet, but if this shit don't start back up, he gonna be hot.
But y'all gotta.
Yeah, I know, Big Cat. You know he pissed off.
Y'all gotta look up Senator Clymer, the guy he was talking about. Now Clymer been going in on Tepper every second. I want him every second, bro. Hey, Cat, let me.
Hey, he said his statement was a little too direct to David Tepper, like it should have been.
Uncle, if you look it up, he all but cussing Tepper out, man. He like, you reneged on your, you know.
He did.
It's a brother.
He did.
It's a black man too. Yeah, Senator Clymer is a black man. Okay, cut it out, man. Not funny, man.
Shout out to all you guys.
Oh, that was hilarious.
You guys did good with the councilman question. I'm glad I was kind of scared. I thought y'all gonna let your nigga side out, but you did good.
You know I don't.
Hey, Twan, tell this nigga we professionals, nigga. What's wrong with this nigga?
I was afraid you was gonna do it, nigga.
You know me, I know how to whiten it up a bit.
You was the one. You was the one that said fuck that. While he was loaded. But look at this nigga cat. He worried about us, but he did. He worried about us, but he the one.
Especially when he was saying,
yo, Big Cat.
Yeah, man, yeah.
You be killing me with that laugh, nigga. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, I got a pat pending. Yeah, man. Listen, even when he said about Sam Darnold, man, he said he don't even believe Sam Darnold or any of these quarterbacks that motherfucking good coming out.
Hey, that was big shit right there. Yeah, he was like, hey, none of these motherfuckers got talent.
He said Kenny Pickett was the most pro ready.
Shout out to Chris. Yeah, Unc was ready to turn up, had to calm his ass down. That nigga Unc forgot where he was. That nigga
saying some shit. He said some shit, and I had to give him a little bit of treatment real quick. Yeah. I mean, he a councilman, but you know what I mean. He just a normal guy to me.
He worked for the people. Yeah, he worked for the people.
And that's what I wanted him to feel. That if you remember that before he got off, he said, hell, it's like talking shit with his partners in the backyard. He was comfortable. So he can come on back on Friday night. We give him a nickname, Big Tito or something.
You see how,
you know what I mean?
You see how he kept pushing that shit off on Clymer. He kept trying to push it off on Clymer. Like, Clymer's the one that's mad now.
We know you bad, baby.
Hold on. That's why I was like, no way, man. I agree with Clymer.
Yeah.
He said, but what did he say, Unc? He said, now check with me a week from now.
Oh, yeah. My anger level will be a little higher. Yeah. Oh, it's a week all you need? Fucking with Tep? Shit. He ain't gonna say nothing for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I had to switch it up. For the interview, man.
Oh, yeah. Listen, if y'all watching the channel right now and enjoying only what KPTV can give your ass, step on the like button and jump in that Cash App. Hurry up, subscribe. Make sure you share the video, baby. And show us some love.
With that being said, thank you, Summerhill King, for that Cash App.
Yeah, Big Summerhill.
The Summerhill King. Yeah. Y'all be echoing it in a minute. You know how he do.
And listen, man, we gave you guys the exclusive today. No other podcast got an interview with him right now. and he's all over the news right now.
Hey, Big K, I threw that in there too, right?
Yeah, big exclusive, y'all. Shout out to.
I said this is the biggest Panthers podcast out there.
Yeah, you should have said in the world, not the. I mean, in the world, Twan.
Well, it's not a competition. We all fam. You know what I mean? We just all fam. Ain't no shade at nobody.
It ain't no shade, but I had to put it out there. It is what it is. Man, we ain't do all this hard work, arguing, fighting, fussing to not be the best. I'm sorry. It is what it is. If anybody else feels some kind of way, call in and talk to us about it.
Hey, Twan, because we are controlling the narrative, B. Yeah, man, I don't care what nobody say, nigga. Big Cat pushing that motherfucker, and we running behind it. You feel me?
The hell out of y'all, man. I'm glad y'all were able to call in. Hey, I thought you were at work, man. Shout out to Joe Dick for the cash app, man. I appreciate that, brother. Big love, man. And
yeah, big love.
Hopefully we can get you some more interviews. You
Look
guys
at them boys in
this.
there, man.
Chris
said right, Twan. He said all that hard work paid off, great success. Then Lonzo, yeah, Twan, it's no competition, bro. Hey, look, man, Big Cat trying to be like the councilman. He want to be nice and everybody get along. But there's no better Panthers podcast out there.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I don't want to shit on nobody, man. It's all love, man. It's all love. Let's keep it positive, man. We all love, man.
Why? It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man.
And we gonna keep digging. We gonna keep fucking digging, Big Cat. We gonna get to the bottom of this shit. Hey, like Councilman said, Tep ain't know. He found out Rock Hill was Rock Hill for a reason. Bitch ain't know it was gonna cost that much to dig in Rock Hill. Said that shit, they were running into problems and it was costing them money.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, you know, hey, Big Cat, I told you. Nigga, you know I caught that.
Hey, you heard that shit, Ock?
Yeah.
Why they call it Rock Hill, bro?
He said he found out real quick why the fuck we call it Rock Hill. He thought it was gonna be easy to till this goddamn land down, all the goddamn Indian land down there.
To them boulders, bro. Kept drilling to them boulders.
Hey, that's the real reason why Tepper got quiet. He didn't want to keep drilling them motherfucking boulders, man.
Yeah. You know that. But Big Cat, the most thing I took out of the biggest thing I took was that Tep stopped production 50% of the way.
Yes, he did.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Think about that.
Rock Hill only owed that they cut was $225 million. I forgot to ask him, have they already paid off all their money? Because they already did their part. It is on David Tepper.
Yeah, Councilman ain't want to burn no bridges. That's all. But he know damn well the rest of this project is on Tep and the Carolina Panthers. No,
we know Tepper the way we know Tepper. Trust me, them boys, he gonna be calling back in here pissed off.
Yeah, Big Tito.
Well, what I took from it was that halfway through the project, they have no clue as why he got quiet on them, man. Like, what is that about?
Hey, look, I'm getting the other councilman on the show, man. Challenge me to do that, bro. I'm gonna do everything in my power. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. All right. You inspired me. Bro. You inspired me on that. So now we get to hear both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what we need is a spokesman from Tepper Sports and Entertainment. That's what the fuck we need.
It sounds like this other guy ain't gonna hold back. Hey, well, it's gonna have to be more than that, because whoever had a Tepper cap talk, he fired the next day, man. He
fired. Yeah, Tep need to okay it. Tep need to okay it. Give him the right to goddamn get in touch with Keep Pounding TV, and they got 30 minutes minimum. Cause we got some questions to ask you.
Let me tell you.
I'm putting the word out. Anybody get somebody from Tepper Camp on here, email me at Real Big Cat, the Real Big Cat. You'll get $200 in your Cash App. If I can secure an interview with anybody from Tepper's Camp, $200 in your Cash App. Email me at the Real Big Cat. Make it happen.
they gotta be tied directly to Tepper Sports and Entertainment.
Not some dude that knows.
Yeah, that shine his shoe or the butcher that cut they goddamn meat. I don't need that. We want somebody directly from Tepper Sports and Entertainment. Big Cat, that shit's crazy, brother. I mean, but it ain't doing nothing but confirming things about David Tep that we know. You know what I mean? The fact he on that shady business shit and he approached Rock Hill like he approached the Panthers. Yeah, he treating it the same way.
The councilman
saying he gonna do some shit and
again, Cap. The councilman that we just talked to, what was his full name again? Brandon Guffey.
I just want to chime in. Obviously, I heard the whole thing while I was at work. I just got off. Y'all heard that. That was fantastic. That was y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all kept it together. You didn't be cussing up a storm. That was very professional, gentlemen. Good.
Ray, what you get out this shit, Ray?
What I got out of that is what I feel like we already know. Tepper's a fucking cheap motherfucker. I mean, really, it's to the point where it's on him. I mean, I guess really, just keep it simple. It's on him. It's on him. Like, that's just clearly just what it is. It's on him. So
the fact that he came on and spoke his piece and saying, "I'm willing to talk." Now the ball is in Tepper's court.
Yeah, that's a fucking fact. That was a chess move, Twan.
And I'm gonna end my little.
It was a chess move, nigga.
I'm gonna end my little
move right there.
I'm gonna end my piece with that's a black eye on us right now, bro. That's a black eye on us right now.
It ain't on me. I ain't gonna keep wearing Tep bullshit. I'm not gonna keep let Tep get me in no fucking beef, Ray. I ain't gonna keep letting that nigga talk shit over the phone and get me in trouble. Fuck
You
Tep.
hear the truth? You got to go through the. Hey, look, then they know they got to go through us.
To do what?
I mean, if David Tepper, look, he can't make trouble for us. But if people want to put the truth out there, they know they got to go through us.
Yeah, it's got to.
You got to. It's got. I know the conversations behind the scenes. Hey man, did y'all talk to Keep Pounding TV yet? You know they gonna put it out there. You know.
Hey Ray. Councilman said David Tep put on the whole project half more than 50% done.
Right.
That shit is shocking, B.
That's a bad look. That is a bad look.
And like he said, the foundation is there. Big Cat, we wanted to know that. Now,
quick question, huh? When you see shit like that as a businessman, does that make you want to do business with Tep?
Hell no. Not even buying a fucking PSL, Ray. This is the level of business I don't even want to do. With like the councilman bought up the PSL on us. He said he know a lot of them. Right now they pissed the fuck off.
See, I asked him a question that went over y'all head. I don't know if y'all caught it. And remember when he said, I said Tepper should pay for all of it himself.
Yeah, and he said it's not fair. Right. That's what he said, Twan, and I wanted to jump on his ass.
Hey, look, that's what went over your head. When he said it's not fair for him to do that, what Tepper brings in all the money. And he was like, look, he can't pay for all of it because we won't get no money out of it.
Yeah, I mean, councilman gonna get his money off of taxpayer, Twan. Yeah. Now we gotta. Grease his ass, nigga. He's a business owner. He came on and told us that. You got to remember that he made sure to let us know he got multiple businesses.
Hey,
there you go, kid. There.
I got spotty reception. What did I tell you, Big Cat? What did I tell you? Anybody that sits on, not anybody, but most of the people that sit on the city council is a business owner, and they have other interests in the shit. And what that man say, he owned a landscaping company.
Yeah, he owned and a construction business.
He was
Hey, look, his construction business was part of the contract with Tepper.
Thank you, Unc. He
That's
was
why he said it was.
Oh, he's super pissed.
the machines. You
Kendall.
Yo,
He said he got bad reception where he at.
I got bad reception. Yo. Yeah, I got bad reception where I'm at, Big Cat. I'm down here in the bottom of Florida. But can you hear me? Okay. All right.
Talk that shit.
Yo, who's this?
Man, this KC, man, I can't let Aunt talk about South Carolina about like that now. We got him down here.
Let me let you in here.
This is a businessman, man. This is business, baby. This is business. You can't put it all on Tep, man. They signed a contract.
Okay, Kendall. If this is business, why did Tep stop 50% done? 50% complete. Why would he pull out that pussy?
You said it before I lost reception. You said it. You said that was a chess move, right? Tep
Yes,
made his
sir.
own goddamn chess move. He made
That was a chess move.
They gonna come back to the table. He ain't spent all that money for nothing.
Hey, this KC, man, we talked the other day, man.
KC, what's up, baby?
From Columbia, South Carolina, man. I had to call in.
Hey, go ahead, talk that shit.
I'm gonna give you a scenario, right? Do you see more Tar Heel and Duke paraphernalia in North Carolina than the Hornets?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Then the Charlotte Hornets?
Yeah.
Of course, man.
But it may be Hornets fans though, right?
Yeah, there's some Hornet fans this far. Greensboro and Raleigh.
I mean, there's some Hornets fans that rock that Duke and Tar Heel paraphernalia more. You get what I'm saying? But down here in South Carolina, man, we support the Panthers, man. You definitely ain't gonna see on the backers weekend. That's a bunch of niggas. You know what I'm saying? They out there.
Hey, KC.
But,
KC, hold on. Let me tell you something. The University of North Carolina has been an institution since the early 1900s. The Charlotte Hornets ain't been in existence but X amount of years. So, of course, do you know
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. How many Clemson and Gamecock fans you think are in the state of South Carolina? Sometimes
millions of them.
Sometimes NFL teams mess up. You can only name about 4 big D1 powerhouse colleges that's in a big city. That's what, Miami. What else? Probably 4 more. When you compete with these college sports states, they're gonna have the organization back, but they don't expect them to put in as much money as they'll put into the Tar Heels.
Exactly.
So hold on, KC, what you getting at, baby? What's your point?
What I'm saying is we do rep hard. I ain't gonna say we rep harder than North Carolina. But what I'm saying is it ain't really the thing going on in Rock Hill, it ain't necessarily got to be with they don't really care about the Panthers. It's just business, man. It's just business at the end of the day. And Carolinians, these politicians, when you say you're gonna do something, they're gonna expect it. Because it's just like you dealing with them straight up in Raleigh or wherever y'all from, in Georgia. When it comes to politicians, they don't really, there's more they could do with money than sports. That's always going to be a politician. And like I told y'all before, man, David Tepper going to have to slide some envelopes under the table.
I think Tep done pulled out that pussy for good. He ain't doing, I think, yeah, Tep ain't fucking with that no more. He ain't coming back to that. You know what I mean?
They're gonna have to resolve it, man.
He's coming back to it. He's gonna come back to it.
Hey, Councilman said David Tep got 1 week to say something.
1 week.
That's a strike one. That's strike one.
Yeah. Don't put no time frame on
Yeah.
that.
Oh shit!
You got money. You can't
No, my
tell
bad.
Hey, look, you know goddamn well David Tep Captain heard the interview and said that bitch told you got 1 week, Tep.
Hey,
You can't do that.
that's not.
Oh, you
Oh shit!
That's not strike one. That's not strike one. That's strike two.
You can't.
Yeah, y'all niggas is
Do
crazy.
that type of stuff. Tep will look you straight in your face and tell you to fuck off. You can't get him in
Yo.
Exactly.
Yo, I just realized y'all niggas 100% right. Y'all niggas are 100% right. That nigga fucked up by saying that shit.
Hey,
That's
how
right.
much you say that man was worth, Unc? How much you say he worth?
Hey, Twan, shout out to Twan, 16.3 billion.
Yeah,
103rd richest
With a B,
person in the
billion.
world?
yeah, in the world.
The 103rd richest person in the world?
Yeah.
And you gonna tell me in a South Carolina
Oh
town
can't put no time frame on him.
Is you dumb? Is you dumb?
I was laughing in the background.
Y'all niggas wild. Y'all got me crying over this big kid there. You wild, nigga.
a town council member?
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I'm gonna say some real shit right now.
Nigga,
For Jerry Jones, I'm not Jerry Jones. For Jerry Richardson, the love the Carolinas like he loved it. He ain't never thought of no bullshit like that to waste no money.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fucking fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, so some new motherfucker to come in with this bright out there to do this and do that. Jerry Richardson already knew what he was dealing with.
This man was trying to spend, y'all. Listen, he's trying to spend what Jerry Jones spent on Jerry World.
On the entire AT&T Stadium, Twan.
For a practice facility.
Right. Instead of reinvesting into Charlotte, nigga, that already got it. Look, Twan, if you remember what Councilman said, what really pissed him off about this whole deal was the infrastructure, the highways. That's what he had his sight on. The councilman and whoever he fucked with in that city of Rock Hill, their money was in that infrastructure, them highways being built. See, and it just leads me back. Why the fuck would Tep try to spend $800 million there when the infrastructure is already in Charlotte to do whatever the fuck you want to do?
Because
you know what I mean?
He was going to get a cheaper price. That's what it
is.
Yeah. Hey, y'all know North Carolina taxes is the second highest in the U.S.
Yep.
Yeah.
He know what he's doing.
I don't feel that shit though. I mean, niggas talk that tax shit, but I don't feel high taxes,
no,
and that's just coming from a nigga in the world.
Hey, you ain't got $11 billion either.
Well, that's a fact. Yeah, man.
Hey,
that's a fact.
45%. You know, you make $1 million, you make $1 million. The hell, you ain't gonna have number 450,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Not that. I'm putting it under the match.
For real.
Yeah, that's where it better go, nigga. That's where it better go. But see, you know, if you work every day, nigga, I guarantee you, if you got a job in America now, everything is direct deposit, nigga. So your money goes into a bank regardless. That's that digital, the AI control right there again.
That shit ain't real.
Yeah, it ain't real. That's why if you can, every time you get.
You can't fake the funk no more.
Can't fake the funk no more, Kendall. That's why you take money, you get paid, you take it out. You withdraw that shit. You know what I mean?
Dealers, the gun dealers, that's why they hate gambling. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Big Cat.
You alienating your dinner.
Hey, I'm finna get some dinner around here, man. But I want you to know, nigga. Hey, big job on that goddamn content, nigga. Only you be bringing that shit, man.
Bring that fire, Brick Cat. Bring that fire, boy. On the
False
outfield,
news.
son.
I appreciate
False
that.
I'm interested now, Big Cat, to see the fallout over this shit because I know it's finna make noise. What Councilman just said, he's gonna keep pounding TV, nigga. This shit finna make some noise. I'm interested in the fallout now.
All you gotta do is sit back and watch, baby.
That's it. That's all you gotta do, Big Cat.
And he calling you bluff. Old boy calling him bluff on national.
Yeah, he did. Told that nigga he got 1 week. He got 1 week to break his goddamn silence.
I've been looking for that nigga. He better show up in 1 week. I've been looking for that nigga. He better show up.
Okay.
Yeah, like he said.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell him so bad that was a dummy move right there. You can't tell no billionaire he got a week.
That's why the man pulled out. He paid the employees a week. He paid them their week or two severance or whatever. He can let that shit sit right there.
Talk to me.
He can let.
Yeah. Hey, listen. To the goddamn biggest Carolina Panther platform in the world. Keep pounding TV. If you enjoying the goddamn content, if you love what the nigga Big Cat do, nigga, show some love in that Cash App. You see him, that Big Cat, that Twan Don 37, that Pat Bonius 15, that Unk 2021. Step on that goddamn like button. Hurry up and subscribe. I can't tell you how important it is. You know what I mean?
Bing bong.
Hey, Big Cat. Hey, Big Cat, yo, you need that DJ sound after he talk.
The sirens.
You need the sirens on that bitch every time he hit that shit, man.
Yeah. I got you, my G.
Yeah.
Say no more. You already know. What's up? Hey, don't worry about it. Shit, nigga, I just appreciate you. I mean, cause nigga, you making waves. Yeah, Twan was digging too. I wanted to ask him some more questions, but
Big Cat don't know. Big Cat don't know what to say or think right now. Big Cat is acting like he just hopped out some good ass pussy, and he don't know what to do with himself right now.
Hey,
yeah, cause he know he just made some waves, nigga. He know he just made waves.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm about to clock out at work right now, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Just like motherfucking, I don't care if you fucking Beyonce. As soon as she tell you got a week to bring that dick over there, you gonna be like, I ain't want that pussy no more.
You crazy as hell, nigga. What's wrong with you?
What the fuck, David Tepper? Soon as she get that dick ultimatum, you ain't want that pussy no more, nigga. Shit, holla.
Yeah, I mean, no bitch getting you no ultimatum, nigga. Yeah, bitch. Who the fuck you think you talking to?
Yeah, Tep gonna act a monkey on them motherfuckers.
Kendall, you a fucking fool, nigga, because I thought about it. You right. You're 100% right. Bitch, I'm a billionaire. Who the fuck you think you is telling me I got a week to tell you something? Like I told Councilman, you don't know David Tep, nigga. He done told you what he gonna tell you. Bitch, it came out already.
Ray still on?
Yep.
Ray, what did he do to that man house?
Tore that bitch down and built his own shit.
Are you talking about his old boss?
Yeah.
Oh, you already know what he did to that shit.
Okay. What can he do to that shit down there in Rock Hill?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't tell a man like that you got a week. Oh, I got a week? Yeah, watch this.
Yeah, that's a fucking fact, bro.
I'm gonna make your ass sit for 2-3 weeks. Probably even say a fucking word to you.
Now, man. I'm being honest though. I think at the end of the day, man, David Tepper gonna be there. He gonna get burned though, man. I'm telling you, man. Look,
we're gonna be sitting here.
That billionaire shit is cool, man. But look, when you're dealing with the government, you don't know how it's gonna go. That shit can go left. It's the government he dealing. It ain't people. It's the government.
He just told you.
It's not a good look, man.
It's not a good look, though. I'm saying, but look, it ain't. Look, he ain't dealing with us. He ain't dealing with some angry village people. He dealing with the government.
That ain't the government. They got the state had to get federal money. They on the hook for that federal money.
So federal money is governmental money.
That ain't Tep. Tep paid his money.
I'm gonna tell
The
you right
state
now,
of South
bro.
Carolina, the city
How
of
you
Rock
know
Hill
Tepper ain't his money?
got
Tepper
government
ain't
money.
told us nothing. He ain't even
What
talking.
early today, we read the thing. Tep paid his part. He paid his part.
Well, like Councilman say, he thought the Teppers was all in. He said he felt like they was. He said he felt like everything was a go, and it just stopped, nigga.
Not
He said the city was doing their part. Tep was doing his part.
Not according to that councilman. He ain't paid what he's supposed
Yeah,
to.
he said that nigga just stopped paying. He just stopped paying the employees. He just stopped paying everybody. And then on top of that, Kendall, Councilman said this nigga ain't saying shit of why.
Exactly. So when you come out and you speaking and another nigga ain't talking, then you have to tend to side with the guy that's actually speaking up.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
They said they want to have world-class doctors, bro. World-class doctors.
Yeah. See, yeah. That's bullshit. Yeah,
They had said that. Yeah, they had said that from the beginning, Big Cat, that they were gonna have the
But see,
like
man, look,
for sports medicine.
anybody siding with Tepper is siding with a dude with an ego, man. He has an incredible ego.
I'm a side with him, Juan. I got to side with the money.
No, man, David Tepper ain't doing this right, man. He ain't doing this right, man. I mean, you gotta call a spade a spade. He ain't doing this right. He ain't handling this business right.
The shit gonna get built.
He got a ridiculous ego. When though, and who is it gonna belong to?
It's gonna get built. They're playing hardball with them boys, man. That's all that is.
All right, well, tell me, man. David Tepper, hey, man.
Yeah, some foul shit he doing, bro.
He's different, man. I'm trying to tell you that shit he doing is stupid, man.
Oh, he's not right for that shit, Twan. I'm gonna tell you that.
Not at all, bro.
Yeah, cause I like I say, I keep thinking about them subcontractors, them motherfuckers who got the job that ain't the major construction companies, dude. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers who ain't gonna get that fallback money.
Hey,
yeah.
Boys get shitted all the time. They companies go under all the time.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, it's gonna be a couple of companies going under because this Tep shit fell through. You know what I mean? They was banking on this shit, Kendall.
Exactly, bro.
I was gonna say, I feel like basically what you're saying right now is what I feel like everybody's thinking that runs those types of businesses. When you take jobs like that and you end up getting fucked, you also lose out twofold. Because now all the jobs you could have taken during that time frame, you lost out on as well.
And Ray Pabon, you should know all about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trust me. I've been there. I've been there myself.
But see, he ain't the only one to do that. FedEx, you remember Twan? FedEx was supposed to come to Raleigh, and they was like, "Why the hell? We didn't get the FedEx. The FedEx went to Charlotte." You know
yeah, I remember that, Kendall.
All these goddamn jobs and all this stuff. They told y'all. They
but
said,
guess what?
We got too many projects.
Kendall, you ain't telling the whole story, Kendall. But they didn't get that. But Raleigh did get Amazon. They did get that
later on. After they got right, Amazon just that, and they still ain't got the whole.
Man, look, man. I hope this shit falls in Tepper's face. I'm sorry.
Blame Tepper. Who you gonna blame the Amazon shit? Bezos? You see what I'm saying?
Who? Bezos. Okay, so Amazon bought. Look, man, they bought over. How much was it? They bought over 5,000 jobs to the Triangle, man.
Hey, fellas, I'm jumping off, man. I love y'all boys.
Sometimes y'all gotta start.
Much love, bro.
Oh yeah, one love.
Good shit today, Unc. Good shit.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it, nigga. Yeah, me. Shout out to Big Cat. Yeah.
Hey, y'all gotta start figuring out sometimes, man. When these people start doing these, what is it doing for your city? For where y'all live, how are the people benefiting from this? It can't just be just how Tepper gonna benefit, how the government gonna benefit, how these people gonna benefit from this.
Well, anytime they bring in supposed jobs.
Now these people don't went, but you know, all these people that's done went all in on this now probably get ready to have to. They company probably get ready to end because the money ain't gonna be there.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is.
And you just can't be like no K Sarah to a man who makes significantly less money than David Tepper. See, if you own a business and your business had this contract and it was gonna bring you up and you threw all your money into it, and then Tepper go like, well, I ain't paying no more and it's got a halt. If you that business owner, then how do you feel then?
Yeah, and then what I said, like I said
You be
earlier,
ready to find Tepper and be like, you gonna sign something.
That happens all the time. People get contracts and they lose them and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? All the time. It's two sides to this story, right?
It's just not fair that the billionaire always comes out on top.
Mm. The rich get richer, Twan. That's how it goes.
So it's like people are advocating that.
Shit runs downhill, Twan, now.
I know, but people are advocating.
No L's.
But people are advocating rich people getting over on poor people.
Hey, Twan, that's been happening since the lights came on.
I know, man. So like, look, but you got to start doing something about it for it to change, man. What Tepper is doing is greedy, man. It's greedy. No, it's great, but it's greedy. I mean, you got to call it what it is, man. I mean, if I had his type of money, I'd have put it up myself.
You can't do that. You ain't gonna. Hey, guess what?
Why are you gonna tell me what I can do with my money?
There's a saying: a fool and his money will soon be departed. You keep on making them foolish ass moves like that, spending your own motherfucking money, you won't have none.
Bro, listen. He's a hedge fund guy. He'll get his money back. See, what y'all have failed to realize is David Tepper ain't never stopped being a hedge fund guy just because he's the owner of a football team. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Do you know ultimately?
So look, if I want to get some investors to go in, fine, that's what I want. But this man is trying to do something that's criminal.
Do you know ultimately what a hedge fund guy is?
A hedge fund guy. I can tell you, a hedge fund guy is. They profit off businesses that are going under.
That and basically he's a gambler. He hedges. He predicts, he projects, and he uses other people's money to do that. When that don't work, he doubles down on something else or buys more of that same thing until it comes back up.
All right, I'm gonna just keep saying it. This is a big ass black eye, bro.
Tell me where you saying that. Tell me the part where you're telling me that David Tepper is a good guy and all of that. Hedge fund, everybody know hedge fund. Everybody know hedge fund owners on Wall Street are the worst, most ridiculous scum of Wall Street, man.
You right.
They bank. They all they do is bank on people's misfortune, bro.
Exactly. You right. And I mean that's that. Twan, you just said it. You right.
It's like it was a time when Big Cat was mad, bro. Cat, you remember the time when you was mad and ready to give up the show, right? David Tepper called you up and be like, "I'll buy it from you for $5."
Exactly. Yeah, that's why he does.
And Cat like $5. Well, he said, "That's it. That's all. $5. That's it. Or take it or nothing." And Big Cat got to feed his kid that night. Come on, man. Tepper know he wrong with this, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you got those citizens that live there who ain't got nothing to do with this.
And then you hear the councilman, he said, shit, they taxes and stuff go up. They ain't got to live there. You see what I'm saying? Even he said that shit. And they knew that when they signed the contract. You understand what I'm saying? That it was going to take some people out of their houses and shit.
Exactly. That's why I asked him. And that's why he didn't want to elaborate.
He told y'all that. That's business, right? That's why he told y'all.
Anybody,
and why did I tell you, Big Cat? Why did I tell you? I told you about the dude with the tower, with the cell phone tower. I told you.
But Kendall, anytime, putting the humanity behind it, anytime you gotta uproot somebody that's been living somewhere their entire life because of business is bad business. That's not right, man.
You can't.
See, you keep saying,
And you know what, Twan? I agree with you, but that's just the real world, bro. That's just the real world.
Tell him again, Ray.
I agree with you. Trust me. I agree with you 100%. But that's just the world we live in, bro. That's just the world we fucking live in.
I love you, but that's the world we live in.
I don't get it. That don't mean shit. Hey, look. Every time
I'm not saying that makes it better. No, Twan, no. No, don't get me wrong. That don't make it right. That don't make it better. It's just the simple fact. That's just the fucking life we live, bro.
But that's just
like
me,
that's
though,
just
man.
the
like,
world we live
Kendall,
in.
when I hear that, though, Kendall, when I hear that, and that's just me. Nobody got to bite into that. When I hear that shit, that's just like when people do racist shit, and then somebody's hurt, and then people go, "That's just how it is, man." No, man, that ain't how it's got to be, though.
I mean, I hear you, but again, the world is going to continue to operate in that way.
Yeah,
it's just how it goes. Whether we like it or not, there's a lot of shit I can't stand, I can't put up with. But at the end of the day, it's gonna continue because sadly, that is the fucking world we live in. Dollar bills, yo.
Hey, they put old people out.
I got you, Twan.
They put old people out on the street every day.
That's what I'm saying. That ain't right, bro.
Hey, you let them be sitting in a home somewhere and they can't afford to pay for that home. They're gonna send them to another one that maybe it's state run or government run or something like that they don't eat but twice a day or something. You know what I'm saying? 3, 4, 5 people in a room or something. I mean,
see, man, nobody cares.
baby.
Nobody cares until it affects them directly. I guarantee you, with any of y'all's parents living on that land and David Tepper coming through trying to uproot y'all wouldn't be telling your parents that's business.
Right.
No way.
No, and you're right.
Ain't no way Kendall gonna sit down and tell his mom and dad that's business.
Hey, but look, if they come and offer my mom and dad a couple $1,000 over,
but you know, elderly and people that's like they like, man, look, this I was born and raised on this land, man. Now, like Ray said.
And trust me, sometimes it comes down to it's really not about the money to some people. It's really not.
It's not about the money.
But hey, when it's like that, Ray, and they want it and they got to have it, they're gonna take it.
But see, Twan, you got to take the same thing that what you just said to Big Cat about. Hey, I got $5 for your show. When you go up to these people, we're like, listen, I'm gonna give you tens of thousands of dollars worth more than what this shit is. Either way, you're fucking leaving. So
I'm gonna take
the fucking deal. But trust me when I say you need to take this money because it's a lot more than what it's worth. But either way, I'm taking that fucking house.
Yeah, that's what I said, Ray. Like our demographic, we gonna take the money. We gonna take it. We gonna take the money, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lover of people, man, and it's just like some people don't care about the money. And like you said, even if they don't take the money, they're gonna get them out of there anyway.
They're gonna get their ass up out of there.
Tonight, y'all, one topic I have not touched, and I know it's been like 2 days old. I want to talk about our DB coach, the one from Arizona. I want to talk about him and him joining the lawsuit with Brian Flores. I have not got a chance to touch it because of all the stuff that's been going on with Rock Hill, but tonight I do want to bring that back and talk about that.
We got some content, man. You got some content flowing for real.
Hey, can we get you to take that Trump sign down, though, man?
No, ain't no Trump sign on.
Yeah, it is.
No, your screen behind, bro.
And that's 2020. That's past tense.
Your screen behind. Ain't no Trump sign out there, bro. Look at the screen.
No, man, cut it out, man.
Fast forward, bro. Fast forward your screen.
Oh, okay, let's go. He knew I was behind, bro. He knew I was behind. But you had it up, so that's all.
But that was a commercial.
No, it wasn't. What are you doing, girl?
But I tell you what, boy, you impressed me today, man.
No, I'm sick. I missed it. I had to fucking be at work. I was listening. I was listening, but bro, y'all killed it. Y'all killed it.
Y'all killed it.
Y'all did a good job today, man. Good job.
Tell them again, Ray. Y'all did a good job, fellas. Good job.
Appreciate that, man.
Unc was ready to turn up. I had to pipe him down. I'm like, God damn, let the motherfucker get it right.
They chilled.
But it's business. We got to put the suit and tie on right now. Hold up.
Yeah. And you know, he
Good
was very careful to speak about David Tepper. He didn't say he was a bad
Because he
guy.
don't want to destroy them bridges before it's time to do it.
Yeah, he didn't say he
Right.
was a bad guy. He
Because
said he think he's a good guy.
We haven't. We surprisingly haven't reached that point yet, but I think it's
Yeah.
inching close to that.
I'm gonna put it to you though, man. Me, Big Cat, and Uncle's asking him some tough questions though, bro. We
I
have
think
some tough
I think dude handled it pretty damn well too.
He did.
I mean,
He did.
overall, that was a great interview. Period on both sides. That was fantastic.
I told him before I asked him, I'm about to ask you a tough question. So, you know, I mean, I can't vote. I can't vote in South Carolina, so you know I got to go for mine, bro. Oh yeah,
yeah,
Kel.
overall, I think the congressman was a good guy, but
He was answering the questions politically. Though. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
He was answering those questions politically though. It wasn't his personal opinion, bro. He couldn't do that though. So I read it. I understood it something.
I asked him, I said, is this political? He said, well, I can't deny that it ain't political. So, you know, see what I mean? I know there's a little bit of politics in there. You know what I mean?
Man, he probably had somebody sitting right next to him. Like, hey, no. No, hold. So you said as I tell you. He was hesitant on some of them questions. Yeah, well, okay. Teleprompter.
Yeah, well,
Big Cat sat back and chilled though.
But it's coming because what was it expected to be finished anyway in 2024?
I think it was next year. That was next year. If you look at the structure now, man, it does look halfway done.
I think it was estimated to be finished in 2024 anyway. So if you really think about it, see right now, I just thought about this right now. It's raining days, stuff like that anyway. So
Senator Clymer, West Clymer.
So you know what I'm saying? He could play games with them right now. See if he finished that.
That was Kendall.
Yeah, can you hear me, Big Cat? Okay. Hey,
You should put the plunger on your phone, man.
Can you hear me?
I said put that plunger on your phone.
Hey, no, I was saying, see, right now, like I'm getting a patio built, right? And they, damn. Hey, like I said, I'm in a T-Mobile.
Cricket.
No doubt. Can you hear me?
Man, well, I was with Sprint, but Sprint T-Mobile bought it out, so we ain't got no choice. I'm about to switch to AT&T though. Man. It's like that with them, bro. He said, "You burn AT&T, they gonna burn your credit."
Yeah, can you hear me now, Big Cat? Okay.
Hey, what about Verizon? He said, "Now if you burn them, they're gonna burn your credit."
Yeah. No, what I was saying, Big Cat, is I'm building a patio in back of my house, right? And they pour the foundation and everything. it's been raining so much in North Carolina and whatnot around this time of the year that they ain't been able to do no work no way. So this is a good time to play with them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? David Tepper can put the hard ball on their ass, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of construction wasn't going on no way because it's raining so damn much.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the truth's gonna come out soon, bro.
Yeah.
But all I know is this one dude in particular that's not talking, and his name is David Tepper.
I can't let you off the hook. The reason why David Tepper, if y'all wonder why David Tepper, take that shit out on Quan.
Don't do that, man.
No, I'm serious. Listen, I'm not even joking.
You're going back to the beginning.
Let me tell you something, Twan. I blame yo ass. David Tepper is not talking because this nigga. I got goddamn about 2 months worth of shows where this nigga was saying, "Shut the fuck up." so he got his wish. So I blame Twan. Like
I got the t. Hey, look, I had the t-shirts printed up and everything.
Yeah, but look, you think I'm joking? I promise you, bro.
No, I know you're not joking, bro.
I said this nigga did that shit.
And then what did I say? I said now when we need him to talk, he ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, you said he think he Jerry Jones and all that shit, Twan.
Hey, old boy said they thought they was getting Jerry Jones. He said they get Chris Snyder.
That's why he tried to build. See, you know that facility Jerry Jones got down there got doctors' offices in there, shopping centers, and all that shit too. Like he said, he was getting ready to build a village. Exactly. Yeah, apartments in there like hotel type suites and shit. The same thing in SoFi.
Shout out to 85 South Bullies. He said the interview was awesome. Thanks for the cash app, bro. No, man. I say, look, Bank of America is gross compared to some of these other stadiums and what they.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Bank of America just got concession stands and seats.
And some of them concession stands is on wheels. Some of the concession stands is on wheels. So they wasn't even there no way.
And that's it. You know, unless you want to, they got like a little play area out in the front of the bank for the kids or something. Yeah. But that's about it.
Shit, you can get a hot ass.
You know, when you look up and see swimming pools in Jacksonville Stadium.
Yeah.
And then look, Big Cat can say what he want to say about the Atlanta. Mercedes-Benz said, man, that joint dope, bro.
As much as I hate the Falcons, that said it's a beautiful ass stadium, man.
It's state of the art.
Beautiful ass stadium and some cheap ass goddamn food.
David Tepper is acting like this stuff don't cost money.
He's like you just said, Twan.
He wants nice things, but he want to pay the cheapest price, and I get that.
He's a hedge fund manager. He don't spend his money.
In football, you have to.
Not really. That's if that city wants it. The city of Charlotte makes X amount of dollars every fucking weekend. There's a home game, bro.
But see, this is what you keep forgetting, Kendall. He's not just dealing with Charlotte. He's dealing with 2 different states and 2 different governments.
If any of you niggas ever hit the lotto, I would imagine y'all would be like Tepper. Y'all would get that money and sit.
You damn right. You damn right, Big Cat. You damn right. Because I'm not gonna lose my motherfucking money.
Right.
And look, I told this woman, the first thing I'm gonna do.
Going to ask?
Is I'm gonna have a party with all the people that I know and everything. Then I'm gonna take this damn cell phone what I got right here and throw that bitch in a river somewhere, a fucking pond, a river somewhere.
So first thing you gonna do when you get rich and throw a party? I'm
gonna throw the damn party.
Crazy
and I'm gonna tell the motherfucker, yo, boom, 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 boom. That's it now. That's it. That's all you getting. That damn phone right here. And the only people that's gonna know the new number is probably my mama and this one and that one. That's it.
Facts. Nigga, I ain't throwing no party, nigga. I'm headed to goddamn Costa Rica somewhere. Behind my mama.
That's next. That's next. But I bet you them begging bumming motherfuckers won't be worrying me while I'm over there.
Oh, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You right.
That tells that this phone right here is going.
Well, I'm gonna hit the lotto. I'm gonna turn all you niggas into my slaves. been beating the shit out of y'all with pineapples and mangoes. Make that fucking drink over again, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Add extra ice, motherfucker. You know that I'm gonna chip my tooth.
Hey, y'all niggas hear me talking to y'all.
Yeah.
You said the who video?
These gym fuckery, like these people that be doing dumb shit in the gym and get caught out there.
Nah, I ain't
Man, this girl done let 125 pounds fall on her chest. She can't get it out. No spotter. She still ain't got it off.
No, them motherfuckers that be doing them pranks, somebody gonna get their ass hurt, boy.
Yeah, man. That little Latino kid that be in the Walmart storing stuff.
Yeah.
You see when that white dude caught up to him and choked him out?
Yeah. Somebody gonna get hurt, man.
Boy, that white dude hopped on him and choked him out, bro.
It ain't gonna be pretty neither.
Man, that's stupid, man. It's just generational, bro.
And all these motherfuckers running through these malls and shit.
These people be out here tearing up these people's stores, man, for a prank.
Big Cat, you say you going on tonight?
Yeah, we got to talk about who's our DB's coach, bro? What's his name again? I keep forgetting.
Steve Wilkes.
Steve Wilkes. Yeah, we got to talk about him.
Steve Wilkes.
The racial profile crew.
and Brian Flores and stuff like that.
We got to talk about him. That's gonna be a short show tonight.
See, I'm on both sides with that of that issue, but Twan, on this issue right here, I'm with my man Dave Tip.
Yeah, I got more important shit to talk about, like the Rockford Hill facility. Fucking nigga.
I can't take away a man's opinion, bro.
It's a fucking black eye. I'm just gonna keep saying it. This shit's not a good look.
Side, man.
This shit is not a good look.
David Tepper is it ain't good, man. It just seems like just mayhem and garbage follows him, bro. And then he hired that cancer that's on our team.
Yeah, and that's it. That's one of the things that that I get him about.
Just not a good look with him, man.
Well, we don't need to have a practice facility in South Carolina. You got niggas on dirt bikes running from cops. Another nigga want to be a kingpin in South Carolina. We don't need to have that motherfucker.
We didn't want to do it in Charlotte because Charlotte wasn't gonna go for that.
But Big Cat, see, ultimately the land is cheap all throughout South Carolina. The land is cheap.
So what's the fucking problem then?
The construction ain't cheap.
This seems like an old penny pinching ass nigga.
The land was not a problem.
David Tepper, the kind of nigga I take to McDonald's with $5. He want to order 2 curry.
And he'll still buy he'll still order off the dollar menu.
You know they said that's what
that nigga $5
nigga. New York is Bloomberg, Buffett. They said that's what Buffett do.
Well, they ain't have to do it though. He wasn't gonna miss no money doing that, man. David Tepper, look, come on, man. Come on, bro. Big Cat, look, you know a nigga that wear the Nike Monarchs when you see him, man. That's all Tepper gonna probably put on is them Nike Monarchs with the $45 pair of shoes, and that's just gonna be it. The khakis, and he good, and a polo shirt. But in the meantime, his wifey ain't dressing that way at all.
No, she the one spending that bread. She the one spending that.
Oh yeah.
He got it.
If you guys had not got a chance to see Ambulance comes out today, but I was able to watch the preview last night. Good movie. Michael Bay, man. It's one of the old school Michael Bay feels. You remember Independence Day? You remember the first Bad Boys? It's a lot of action in the Ambulance movie. That was old school Michael Bay right there. So it's a good movie. Maybe kind of a corny concept. I don't know if you think the concept is corny, but lots of action, lots of suspense. Very good movie. Go out there tonight. It just came out. I caught it last night at 10, and it was a real good movie. I enjoyed myself.
On two now. Don't put all the motherfucking cards on the table just yet.
It's Tepper, man. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's him. It's him, bro.
You gotta say this man done spent too much money, man, in this shit, and then say stop. Something happened, man. Something happened.
Let me ask you this.
Something didn't happen his way is what happened.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think one of David? So I don't know if you paid attention when the councilman was talking. The councilman, I think Twan said it. I think Twan was like, "Well, David Tepper ain't this, David Tepper ain't that," and he said, "Well, David Tepper doesn't have his hands directly on everything." He said, "I got accountants and advisors that let me know when to make a decision." So that was a good point. I'm glad he brought that up. So do you believe one of his advisors or somebody told him this is a bad investment? We need to pull out of this. Because again,
or they might have said, okay, I tell you what, Big Cat.
Yeah.
Like I told you this morning, the fuel used to cost me around $700. Now it's like $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see, fuel was right now. I just bought some fuel. That's what I'm doing right now.
Right.
$5.13.
Sheesh.
Okay, the other day it was $4.89. Right, at the same place. Okay, you go down 95, it might be $4.99. This and that. He might have told them to hold on construction till the fuel go down for a little bit.
Nah.
Yeah, what the fuck you talking about, Ken? Now you on point.
What I'm saying.
We talk. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. No. Don't get me wrong. I hear what you're saying, but now we're talking about pennies to a billionaire, bro. Like, no.
Shut up.
But see, but see what I'm saying though, too, Ray. But see what I'm talking about, too, Ray. Though y'all talking about an 800 some odd $1 million deal, right? If you just hold up construction maybe a week or two, do you know how much money he might could save? That's what I'm saying.
The fuck is he talking about?
Damn. y'all ain't understanding what I'm saying. If the truck run a week or two, you understand? That's money saved.
Because
hey, if you talking about $1,000 a whop, a Big Cat, I'm talking 1,000 down, 1,000 up, 1,000 down, 1,000 up. Let's say 30 trucks, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Now add that up in 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? Add that up in a month. That they wasn't doing too much of damn construction any fucking way. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I kind of a little bit of. He said he's a construct. I mean, he's in construction and he do landscaping and shit. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some trees. There's gonna be some trees and some sod around that motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, and see, and talking about the cost, you know what I'm saying? That's put in the bill too. You know what I'm saying? Stuff going up, and they account for that. Yeah, they some wiggle room. I don't know. I can't 100% say, but I don't know.
I'll tell you this. I'm willing to bet.
All we can do is speculate.
By next week, you'll hear something from Tepper by in the next week.
I don't know. Now that they gave him that week, he might, but shit. It might be 2 or 3 weeks for you or something. You think so? When he get good and damn ready. Yeah. If y'all say that motherfucker though, he got 1 week. Because I was catching this, my phone going in and out. Now, if I step in the building, it go out a little bit. No, I got Android. Ah, man, that Apple shit and this and that, man. Don't believe the hype.
Hey, Kendall. Hey, tell him again, Kendall. That Apple is some garbage. Don't believe
that
hype,
Apple
man.
Shit, man. They keep believing the hype. Y'all keep go buying them $3,000
Hey, look,
man.
Samsung come out with everything 2 years before Apple dropped it.
Yeah. The damn screen look better and everything.
Them corny apples.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Twan, Big Cat. Oh, y'all. I'll catch y'all here in a couple hours. I'm picking up the kiddos right now.
All right, bro.
All
right, boys. I'll catch y'all in a couple hours.
What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. I'll catch y'all in a couple hours. All right, boys. Much love.
Yeah, but y'all boys did outstanding job today, man. Good deal, man. Good deal, man. Good deal. Good deal.
Can y'all know his stuff, though? Can y'all know his stuff? He just don't know about quarterbacks.
Yeah, so I'm tell
Hey,
you,
Kendall, did you hear when he said that Sam Darnold was the most pro ready? But all you probably heard was, I'm not really impressed with any of these quarterbacks.
yeah,